Lesson 5.1 to 5.4 is a really long lesson, so I'm going to break it into three parts, part A, B, and C. So let's do part A right now. So let's talk about um, polynomials. So first off, we have to talk about definitions. So a term is the product of a number and or variable. So for instance, 2a cubed. So there is the number and there's the variable. Well, I guess we should talk about variables. And so variable is a letter or symbol used to represent any value. The most common one we use is x, but you can use like a happy face or anything like that. A coefficient is the number that's in front of the variable. So here's the variable a. So what's in front of it? Positive 2. So if that was negative 2a cubed, then the coefficient in that case is negative 2. An expression is a mathematical sentence without an equal sign. So in this case, you see we're just combining two things together, but there's no equal signs. If we put an equal sign on it, then it becomes an equation. There are three types of polynomials. We have a monomial, which is just letters and numbers, but nothing between them. Binomial is two monomials that are either separated by an addition or subtraction. And then a trinomial is three monomials separated by addition or subtraction. And you can have any form if you want. There's the definition of a polynomial. It just means many terms. All right, flip the page and go to combining like terms. Now, combining like terms is we're going to simplify stuff, and you do that by combining terms that are the same. So for the term to be the same, it has to be the same variable and the same exponent. So if you look down here on this first one, we have an x, an x, and an x, and they all have an exponent of 1, so we can combine those together. Now, if you look, I put shapes around this because it's sometimes useful to keep yourself organized, to put shapes around it. You can put lines underneath it. Use colored pencils, anything you want to keep yourself organized. So in this case, x plus x plus x is 3x, and then the y and the y is 2y. Pretty easy. B here, if you look at this one, we have ax squared and a squared x. Those are our two sets of variables. So let's do the a squared x first. So we have a positive 3a squared x, and then minus 5a squared x. That gives us our negative 2a squared x. Then we have our 2ax squared minus our 11ax squared, and we end up with our negative 9ax squared. The order doesn't matter on these. You normally try to pick a variable and put them in what's called descending order. The last one here, the 3w and the w. Now, if you remember, there's a 1 in front of that w. We don't write it in, but we can add them together. So then we end up with 4w, and then we have our constants at the end of positive 5 minus 7 gives us our negative 2. Okay, so now you can move on to the next part of this lesson, which is part B.